let you know it is Friday. I'm so excited. There was so much that we had to do today. So, first, we have the privilege where we can get to attend events for our school, for our children. So, we stopped at a football game to watch our son score a touchdown and then just interact with the children, let them know that we do love and care about them and that nothing else comes before that. Of course, we still have to work, so we were able to go out and tour one of a friend of ours, a builder for Embark Signature Homes. Her name is Steph Reed. She's also a fellow realtor, and we got to take a sneak peek of her first custom home that she has for one of her new plans, the Andrew plan. So we'll actually have that live and set up so that you guys can see that available here in about an hour or so. So a lot of good things coming on. We have a newsletter going out today, so that will be in your email for you guys to take a look at it, learn a lot more of what's going on in the market, couple of other updates that are coming up, as well as you can see in the screenshot behind me, there will be a first-time homebuyer virtual workshop that we'll have on Tuesday coming up from 7:30 until about 8:15 or until you guys have questions that need to be answered because we want to make sure that we're dispelling the myths. We're helping you get educated on what you need to do to qualify, what is involved in the process, and how we can help you go from renting to owning a home if it's your first time. Also, maybe you're selling your home, don't understand the process, so you're selling for the first time and then purchasing as well. So we'll discuss all that and any incentives that you may qualify for. So we'll go over those programs. So I'm super excited about what's to come. We have a lot going on, helping buyers get approved, moving forward to then getting in the process of an inspection and purchasing a home and getting the house sold and yeah, enjoying their home for the first time. So it's so exciting for us. Also, too, so today I wanted to talk about, most importantly, what is our experience? And I was listening to someone today, and it really helped remind me that a lot of times people get very spooked out because of the elections are coming up. Actually, I had a client tell me last year during the presidential election that they were not going to, not last year, it was 2020, that they were not going to purchase a house until after the presidential election. And so I was like, I really can't do anything about that. But okay, if that's your choice to wait, that's fine. Um, but yeah, sometimes people, their political beliefs do cross over into purchasing a home when they feel it will be the best time. All the news that you hear about on, interest rates and stock markets and things of that nature, those are external things that we can't control. However, what we can do is help you where you're at. So, funny story, I was listening to someone today tell how when they first purchased their home, it was actually um, when the interest rates were about 7%. When I first purchased my property at age of 24, I was totally unprepared, and the interest rate was about 9.5, 10%. So to say right now where we're at is somewhat similar. And that was common back then. That was like, oh, this is a great rate. So um, I say that to say, don't let the concerns about what's going on the interest rates, the stock market, the presidential election really have a negative impact on what you can do in order to prepare, save, purchase your property. Because a couple of things. So, in this particular instance, I'll give you my perfect example because this is true to kind of the times that we're living in. I was 24. I didn't want to rent because it was the same price if I was to purchase. So, and I like to do DIY projects. So, I purchased the house, went through all the steps that you go through, and I was totally unprepared because it wasn't necessarily a planned situation. It was, mom said, all right, if you want to live however you want to live and come in whenever you want to come in after coming home from college, then you need to get your own place. So I got my own place. But then I had to go back to mom to say, well, I'm not quite prepared. I thought I was just going to put down first and last month's rent. No, you have to put down like 3%, couple of thousand more. Can you help me to get this place? And she did. So, um, first, that was like a gift letter. So, when you have friends and family who help you to purchase your first property or a second or what have you, they can actually gift you funds to help you purchase. And that way, you don't have to come up with all of the 3.5% or 4 or 5%, whatever you want to put down in order to purchase your property. Secondly, even though you may not be fully prepared, maybe the rent went up and you have to get it out in 30 to 60 days, there's still time because we can still help you find something that's somewhat equivalent to what you're paying. And we actually did that. So I was kind of in a bind where I didn't have a lot of time. She didn't give me a notice, but it was something that I wanted to move out a little bit sooner so that I was excited. It was my first place. I wanted to have all these plans. And so that's what we did. So if you're in a different situation, you have a tight timeline, definitely is doable in 30 days. Is about the average. So in that situation, the interest rate were pretty higher, but it didn't matter what the interest rates were. Everyone has a different scenario as to why they need to move. So even when we moved recently, it was because our neighborhood had changed. The neighbors next door to us were very unreasonable. It just wasn't a good fit anymore. We had been there long enough and it was time to go. Secondly, maybe your rate increased, and I think our price of our rent had increased as well too. So your rate was increasing, the neighborhood is changing, the schools are changing. You want to go out to a different area. Maybe you and your boyfriend, fiance, husband, or wife, you guys have separated and you've gone on. It's a totally different scenario. You need to move on with your life. Any one of those situations will cause someone where it doesn't matter what is going on around me, or maybe it's the parking, or you're just tired of the management in that apartment area or townhome, wherever that you're renting. You're just tired of the lack of maintenance, or the lack of help, or the lack of convenience for parking, or maybe your job has changed, or whatever that motivating factor is for you. You are just sick and tired of being sick and tired of whatever is going on around you. So it is time to go. And we all cross that path. So no matter what is going on externally, however you need to get that house, we will help you to go ahead and do that because you have a higher motivating factor than the interest rate. So, really, I like to tell people let's focus on what's the positive. We know the problem, or we know the concern. Now, how do we handle it? Forget the problem, let's put it over to the side. What is the solution? And a lot of times that's how we should approach most of the situations going on in our life that really are challenging. What is the solution that I can get to solve my issue, my problem, whatever is going on in my life that I really wish it could be in a better situation? So that is what we're able to help you to do. And right now, it's a great time. The home prices have reduced. The sellers are more willing to negotiate. There's down payment assistance programs. There's programs out there that are available. So even if this was a quick 30-day, I need to hurry up and get out of there by the end of the month. I don't have everything. I don't have that much savings, but what can you do for me? Absolutely. That's what we work through because we've been there. We've had to experience that. So we find the resources, pair you with a perfect lender, help you to get through that first hurdle, find out what you're available to be able to purchase? What do you pre-qualify for? And now what can we shop for now that we have that purchasing power? And that's exactly what happened with me. So we purchased the house. We were able to, even at that high interest rate, and which is much higher than now. Then we purchased the house, and by then I had gotten married. It was time to sell the house. Now I purchased that house, I don't know, somewhere like 50, 60,000 at that time. Then I end up selling the house for a profit. Same thing now. So you purchase the house now at a great time when the prices are willing to be negotiated. Sometimes you can pay lower, maybe not 10 to 20,000 lower, but lower than maybe what they're asking. Work on getting the inspection items completely um, corrected. And so it's just a different time. Now, it is not a buyer's market, but the sellers are willing to get whatever is needed done in order to get it sold by the end of the year, typically. And as long as they price it right, that's an excellent deal for you. And that's what we also want to make sure of. Is this priced fairly? Is this more than what everyone else bought it for in the area? And so those things are important as well, to make sure you don't overpay for that home so that you then can sell it at a profit, or basically go ahead and refinance it at a lower interest rate. And that pretty much is the cycle of real estate. Now, is a worthwhile investment, because as stock markets go up and down, the real estate market, it tends to kind of stay trending towards the increases. So you buy it lower, you sell it higher, or you hold on to it to sell it higher later, and you marry the house and you date the rate. So the rate is only temporary. So don't even focus on that. Focus on what you need, what you want, how much you can afford. Focus on the solutions. And that's what we aim to focus on and help you with all the way through the process. So when we have this home buyers workshop here on Tuesday at 7:30, it's virtual. You don't even have to leave your home. We're going to talk about what are those exact steps? What do they look like? What do I need to have? How much money do I need to save? What relative could actually help me? What programs are out there? We're going to talk all about that on Tuesday. So I hope you register. Go ahead and click on our Facebook page, which is Ratliff Real Estate Group. And if you click on that, it is one of our events that is noted on there. It's also on the post. So let us know that you're coming so that we can go ahead and make sure we have enough information. And what questions do you have? What is your situation that you want assistance with? What are the questions that you have because you don't have the experience yet, or you have a unique situation that you want us to talk about? You can put in the comments, you can send me a DM, you can email me or call. We're always here to help. So I just wanted to let you guys know we're focusing on solutions. We're staying positive. We're guiding you through all the way. We're getting excited because there's so many people now going through saying, you know what, Tasha, I'm not even worried about what's going on right there. I am worried on how am I going to get to my next place, because I'm tired of living in this apartment and I'm sick of this and I'm sick of that. And I can't wait to have my own place so my grandkids and my family can enjoy my house that I did all by myself. And I'm like, yes, I'm cheering you on. So I am so excited. Hope to see you on Tuesday at 7:30. And if any way that I can help you, please reach out to me. I am always here to help. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye. See you Tuesday.